Okay, in this question here, we are told that in the diagram, PQRS is a cyclic chord. RS is a chord producing T, and K is a point on RS. W is a point on the circle such that QRKW is a parallelogram. So P and S intersect at U, while PST is equals to 136 degrees and angle Q1 is 100 degrees. So the first question says that we must determine angle R. So we must determine this angle here. So how can we find this angle? So it's 2 marks, don't have to do anything much. We know very well that QRKW is a parallelogram. So this here is a parallelogram. This entire thing is a parallelogram. So if it's a parallelogram, we must know the characteristics of a parallelogram. So opposite sides are parallel, and this one here is parallel. We also know that since these opposite sides are parallel, therefore it means that this interior angle here plus this interior angle here must give us 180 degrees. So that's the first thing. So it's 8.1.1. So to find angle R, so you're going to say Q1, angle Q1, which is equals to 100 degrees, right? So it's Q1 plus angle R must give us 180 degrees. So the reason is co-interior angles. Since we know that QW is parallel to RK, right? So angle Q1 being 100 degrees, right? So it's going to be 100 degrees plus angle R equals to 180 degrees. Transpose the other side, angle R is equals to 180 degrees minus 100, which will give us 80 degrees. So this is our angle R. So now I want to find our angle P. This one here. This shape here the entire shape is a cyclic chord. So you also need to know your properties of a cyclic chord, which one of them is opposite angles are supplementary, meaning that they're equals to 180 degrees, right? And another property is that of exterior angle. So the exterior angle is equals to the opposite interior angle. So that's one of the properties of a cyclic chord. So what we can look here is to find our angle P. We know very well that since this is a cyclic chord, angle P is opposite to angle R. So added together, they must give you 180 degrees. So this first characteristics that I wrote here applies. So meaning that 8.1.2, to find angle P, we're simply going to say that angle P plus angle R is equals to 180 degrees. So the reason, as I said, it's opposite angles of a cyclic chord are supplementary, right? So we already know our R, angle R, which is equals to 80 degrees. So therefore angle P plus 80 degrees is equals to 180 degrees, right? So angle P is equals to 180 degrees minus 80 degrees, which means angle P is 100 degrees. So that is our answer. And then looking at 8.1.3, we want to identify, so we want to identify angle PQW. So we want to identify angle Q2, basically. Angle Q2. Okay, so what is angle Q? So, and we also know that the very same angle here is equals to this exterior here, right? Yes, so that reason it's an exterior angle is opposite. So this is the second reason that I stated here. Exterior angle is equals to opposite interior angle. So that's one that we can use. So meaning, let's first find Q. Angle Q is equals to angle S2, which is equals to it's equals to 136, basically. So it's going to be equals to 136 degrees. So the reason for that is exterior angle is equals to opposite interior angle of cyclic quad, right? So now we have our angle Q, but we want Q2. So Q is equals to Q1 plus Q2. We know Q1, angle Q1 is equals to 100 degrees. So this one is 136 degrees equals to Q1, which is 100 degrees, plus Q2. So therefore Q2, angle Q2 is equals to 136 minus 100 degrees, which is going to give you 36 degrees. So this is the angle for Q2, or rather the angle of PQW, right? So just to do 8.1.4, I'm just going to do it here in this small space. So we can look at that. We want to find U2, which is this angle here, right? So how do we find this angle here? What we know is that this angle here is actually equals to, I'm just gonna use a different color so that you can see. If we add, looking at this triangle, there's a triangle that looks like this. If you look clearly, so this is P, this is Q2 there, and this is your U, and this is 2. So what's happening here is this angle here plus this angle here is equals to this angle here. So it's an exterior angle of a triangle, basically. So O2 is equals to, so if I write U2, so it's equals to angle P plus angle Q2, which we know angle P being 100 degrees, and we know angle Q2, which is what we calculated, being 36 degrees. So U2 is just going to be that 100 degrees plus the 36 degrees, giving us 136 degrees. So the reason for this one here, as I said, it's exterior, didn't write it nicely. So the reason for this one is exterior angle of a triangle, because this angle here is equals to these two angles there. So that's the reason that you're going to write for this answer here. So your final answer, if I'm going to write it nicely, it's 136 degrees for U2. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, please write them in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos.